The Can-Am Lacrosse League is an association built on a foundation of brotherhood between our Haudenosaunee communities. We will have respect for the athletes competing, the coaches and the managers, the game officials and the fans who come here to support them all. With them on, we expect all here today to act respectfully and demonstrate good sportsmanship towards one another and both on and off the floor. Verbal harassment or inappropriate behavior will be addressed by those labeled as security. Lack of cooperation will result in removal from the premises tonight. That will be fully in effect. Cheer your team and enjoy the efforts of these athletes. Meow. Follow-up statement from the Can-Am Lacrosse League. Due to disruptive behavior and verbal abuse by spectators, players, and bench personnel raising safety concerns in the game, the head official has the right to halt the game temporarily, call the game, or continue the game after all spectators have left the premises. This is if he feels the game cannot be safely continued and administrator and security are unable to address the situation. Knowing that in hand tonight to know that you paid just for a privilege to watch lacrosse, you do not have a right to watch lacrosse here. Do not forego that privilege. Watch your language, keep your comments to yourself. Cheering on. Yeah, that's it. You can choose to watch lacrosse or listen to lacrosse from your car in the parking lot.
Those are kind of like stamps. I'm sorry? Pipe and any time it hits the goalie or goes in. Yep. Yeah, any of those three. Yeah, because the goalie either saved it, it was a reset, or they had to do something. Okay. Yep. Yep. That's the layman terms, I would say.
The hockey pipe doesn't count. And hockey pipe doesn't count. Right.
The safe doesn't count if you're outside of the.
The only thing that counts is a shot clock.
But you don't get a reset on the pipe anyways.
A good evening and welcome here to Logan Field on the Tonawanda Nation. It is time for game number 2 of the best of 5 series between the Tonawanda Braves and the Grand River Warriors. Hello everyone, my name is Trevor Butts. So happy to be joining all of you here tonight for what should be an exciting game between these two foes as Grand River looks to try and bounce back from what was a very tough game for the Warriors last night, falling in that one 23-6, while Tonawanda looks to take a 2-0 stranglehold on this best of 5 series. Remember, the winner will advance to the Can-Am Championship Series. That will be a best of 7. Tonawanda will have the ball right now. Waylon Abrams takes the outside shot there, but save made from Grand River's starting goaltender, Imani Mitten. Mitten, wearing number 31 tonight for the Warriors, gets the start. Split some time last night with Norm Isaac, came in relief of Isaac at one point during the game. Didn't stay in for too long, though. Was quickly chased from the net in favor of Isaac, as everything just about went wrong last night for Grand River. Warriors needing a bounce-back effort here tonight if they want to tie up this series before the series will shift up to Brantford, Ontario. Here's Joe Miracle looking to go to work on the attack for Grand River. We saw him go to work last night, picked up a few goals in that game. Shot on there, stopped by Wayne Abrams, the starting goaltender in this ball game for the Tonawanda Braves, who will go from right to left on your screen, wearing the black jerseys with the black shorts as well. Red and white trim, the lovely white shoulders as well on that jersey. Grand River going from left to right wearing the all-white with yellow and purple trim, as here come the Warriors going on a run. Cole Paulus with some room, and he scores. Cole Paulus opens up the scoring for the Warriors, and it's a 1-0 lead for Grand River. Shots so far in this one, 3-1 in favor of Grand River. That third shot finding the back of the net, and here you'll get a look at it as Cole Paulus goes on a run, has plenty of time and room, steps in and scores. And it's a 1-0 lead for Grand River. Aiden James saying, let's go Braves, get one back for us juniors. Tough game, I know, earlier tonight for the junior Braves, and Valerie Abrams in there cheering on the Braves and the Abrams boys, of course. As one thing we do want to mention here as we're near the top of the show, some important messages coming out from the Can-Am Lacrosse League recently about sportsmanship. Just a reminder that sportsmanship, very important and something that matters, and we encourage everybody to treat everybody as the way you'd want to be treated, as that goal shot finds the back of the net, and Tonawanda ties this game up. It's Zach Terry. And here you'll see Zach Terry just step in and fire to tie this game up at 1. And it didn't take him long. If you've been checking out the socials, you could see some clips of Zach Terry from earlier in the season, someone who is no stranger to scoring big goals for this Tonawanda Braves team. I believe he finished with 5 of them last night. Heavy collision here will send possession to the Grand River Warriors. Warriors finished the regular season with a 6-10 record. In their inaugural season, we're 5-5 and a 5th place finish this year, 1 spot better in the standings, and an extra win on their docket as well. So some progress definitely being made for Grand River, as they got a guy like that on their team now, Sam Firth, who takes that shot, but Wayne Abrams makes a nice save. Here comes Tonawanda in transition, 3-on-2. Becker with it down low, looking for that bottom left corner, but the save made by Imani Mitten. Mason Homer chasing after that ball, able to get to it, avoids the over and back and flips it into the corner for Becker. Becker fighting for the loose ball, but going 2-on-1, not going to win that battle. Jesse Longboat takes it away. Longboat will draw a penalty here, as I believe it was Mason Homer going to get ringed up for holding, as it looked like he caught a wrap of the Warrior, as they will go on the power play here. Mitten at the bench, extra attacker out. Outside shot there, wide of the net. But it will be a penalty call coming up against the Tonawanda Braves, as you'll see Mason Homer, the guilty party, head to the penalty box. We'll get you a look at the penalty on Homer. It'll be for wraparound, as you can see there, yep. Gets the slash off in that motion, no doubt about it. And for the first time tonight, Grand River will be on the power play. Here come the Warriors with a low shot there from Marshall Paulus that just misses wide. Rebound picked up. Here's Sam Firth. Firth takes the shot and he scores. Sam Firth gets his first of the game, and the Warriors have the 2-1 lead. Just plenty of room for Sam Firth on the power play. Fakes the pass and rips it home and beats Wayne Abrams to the low corner for the second Warriors goal of the game. Firth plays in the NLL for the Albany Firewolves, the former Colorado Mammoth and Las Vegas Desert Dog is Sam Firth. Got a ring with Colorado in 2022. Lost in the finals with Albany in 24 as Waylon Abrams takes the shot, but Imani Mitten makes a save. Here comes Grand River back the other way. Jake Bomberry with it up top. Going to toss it over to Todd Thomas on the near side. Off-ball call will send the ball going the other way. Tonawanda will have possession. Grand River without a few of their mainstays in the lineup. Missing Steve Harris tonight along with Keto Hill, as that shot from Steinbeck Parker is stopped by Mitten. No Danny Weiss or Sawi Longboat in the lineup as well, so the Warriors running a bit short tonight, but we'll see if that affects their game. Right now, they hold the 2-1 advantage. Sam Firth goes down low for Marshall Paulus. Paulus looking to get into the middle, defended well. Onto the far side, Todd Thomas. Goes cross floor, Miracle with a shot just wide. Loose ball picked up by Thomas, no reset on the shot clock, so possession will go to Tonawanda. Almost 6 minutes into this first period of play, the Grand River Warriors hold a 2-1 lead over the Tonawanda Braves. Let's not forget, first period in last night's game ended 4-2 in favor of Tonawanda, so they can start out low scoring and finish high scoring as Sinez takes the shot, goes through the crease trying to pick up the loose ball. So possession will go to Grand River. Owen Martin spinning away from defenders, able to get his pass off to Jake Bomberry. Bomberry switches hands, goes back left-handed and passes off to Paulus. Paulus starts to get in there, takes the shot, blocked in front. Loose ball picked up. Becker going on a run. Has a lane, but quickly closed down. Becker into the middle. Terry, man off the bench, looking for someone there in Nelson Logan, but couldn't hit him on that attempt. Zach Terry has possession. Terry has the opening goal in this one for Tonawanda. His shot soaked in front. That one caught a piece of Lennox Mitten in front of the net. Back the other way, shot on is stopped by Wayne Abrams. The veteran Wayne Abrams getting the start tonight for the Tonawanda Braves. Monty Mitten starting for Grand River. So each team going with a new starting goaltender from what we saw last night. As Waylon Abrams hits his man off the pick, looking for Owen Hill. Pass dropped, collision down low as Dawit Martin took a run at Owen Hill. No whistle though. Hill goes in, picks up the rebound. Nice pass, looking for Waylon Abrams, who gets hit hard on the doorstep. Ball outside now. Hill has just under 20 on the shot clock to work with. Hill looking to get to the front. Can't do so here. Good defense from the Warriors. Stu Martin leading the way. Outside shot there this time. Stopped by Mitten as nearly raked back into his own net. But disaster avoided there for Mitten and the Warriors. Ball onto the far side now for Grand River. Owen Martin on his offside. Doesn't like what he sees here, so he'll say, I'll toss it over to Sam Firth and let you go to work. Now Marshall Paulus looking to get in. Pass across. Connects. Shot on. Stopped by Abrams. Ball pops out of the stick now of a Brave. Picked back up by Jensen. The speedy Taylor Jensen always looking to spring transition breaks. Gates Abrams now with it. Finds Sinez. Over to the far side of the floor. Down low is Hill. Quickly up top. Logan. Back to the far side. Terry with it. Shot stopped by Mitten. Good read on that shot by Amani Mitten to keep that one out of the net. Whistle here. And inadvertent. So play will continue. Ball into the far side of the floor. Grand River going on the attack. Pass in the middle. Looking for Bomberry off a stick and to the floor. Zach Belter for Tonawanda has it. Belter under some pressure, sends a pass forward in the direction of Dolak, can't get to him. Warriors will have the extra possession. My apologies, looking back at the rosters. Only get him a few minutes before game time. Steve Harris is in the lineup, rocking number 7 in this game. Just switched up the jersey number, was 17 last night. Just dropped the 1, so he's out there right now applying some pressure for the Grand River Warriors. Waylon Abrams goes to the far side. Mason Homer Tosses it over to Owen Hill. Homer spent some time at Lindenwood University in his college career. Onto the near side of the floor now. Sinez down low. Quick pass over to the far side. Abrams can't connect on that one. Ball pops out of the stick of Mitten, but it was knocked out. And possession will stay with Grand River. Just under 10 to go here in the period. Shots are 8-7 in favor of the Tonawanda Braves, as Grand River now looks to extend the lead. Let's see if they can do so. Miracle with the shot, and he scores. Haudenosaunee Miracle beats him short side, and the Warriors have their third goal of the game. And there you see Haudenosaunee Miracle with that excellent shot of his. Beats Wayne Abrams to the short side. Miracle, that's his first of the night. Not hard to see why. He spent some time in the NLL with the Minnesota Swarm back in the day. Played in 3 games, notched 3 career goals and 4 points in total as well. As Haudenosaunee Miracle, an exceptionally talented player that the Warriors, I know, are very fortunate to have, as he's done a lot of great things for them throughout this year, and he's going to be big for them here in the postseason. Owen Hill has that shot soaked in front off the legs of Marshall Stevens, triggering the shot clock violation. And how about that block coming from Marshall Stevens, the former Welland General. Marshall Stevens taking one for the team. Here's Steve Harris. Onto the far side. Harris looking for a pass. Harris has Todd Thomas. Takes the shot. Some Warriors thought it went in, just side netting. Miracle with it behind the net. Spins away from a man. On his offside, passes it forward. Harris now up top. Marshall Paulus running the offense onto the near side of the floor. Firth takes the shot, stopped by Abrams. Looking to beat Wayne Abrams to the 5-hole, but the veteran netminder Wayne Abrams says no. Numbers here for Tonawanda. Pass goes right to Gates. Abrams pops out of his stick. Could be a chance for Grand River the other way. Colby Martin will flip it over to Ray Hill. Warriors decide not to push. Bomberry. Paulus. Onto the far side now. Outside rip, blocked in front. Ray Hill let the shot go, but it was soaked by a Tonawanda Brave. I think that might have been Cam Seneca, and it was Seneca who blocked that one. Cam Seneca, great young man, very nice young man. Helped me set up a canopy tonight, and nobody asked him to. And love the leadership from someone like Seneca, as he was always willing to extend a helping hand, even when he's not asked to do so. A great leader and one of many on this Tonawanda Braves team. Not hard to see why he's a captain back on the defense, pushing the back. Coming from Damoni Thomas will make sure possession goes to Cam Seneca and the Tonawanda Braves. Nelson Logan. Now Terry and Hill. Terry with it. Goes back for Hill now. Hill into the corner. Pass down low. Terry with a shot, stopped by Mitten. It's been a great start to this game for Amani Mitten, as he has really settled in well. Warriors gonna need some strong games here from Mitten if they want to steal one here at Logan Field. Ball will go over and back. Possession to Tonawanda. Dolak looking to play quickly here. Tosses it to Becker. No real look for Becker here, so he'll slow things down and just about get the ball over to Hill up top. Now Gates Abrams with it. Abrams is going to get hit. Tonawanda will get hit with too many men on the floor. Just a possession call. So it will be possession to Grand River. Here come the Warriors. Bounce shot there from Martin, misses wide. Stu Martin, the captain in this game for the Warriors, with Danny Weiss out tonight. Now Firth gets a pick, stick gets up high on Firth, draws the penalty. And for the second time in this game, the Grand River Warriors will head to the power play. And there you'll get a look at the penalty against Keenan Ninham from Tonawanda. Just got that stick up in the head neck area. Easy call for the official. And the Grand River power play will head back out onto the floor. Second time tonight, they are 1 for 1. Looking at the chat, Grandmaster Franklin, hoping everyone has a great week. I hope you have a great week, Grandmaster Franklin. And we always love doing these broadcasts, Gary. Yeah, I know that Logan Field's amazing, isn't it? These outdoor boxes really are something special. Always good to play outside under the lights, absolutely. And you'll see those lights pop on here before too long when it starts to get dark out, and Braves looking good, running hard. They are, but Tonawanda does trail currently 3-1 here, and they are shorthanded. Let's see if they can get a big penalty kill here, or will the Warriors extend the lead? Seneca tied up in the corner, and he'll draw a penalty, as that'll be a holding call coming up against Ray Hill, and that'll do it for the Grand River power play. And you'll see just the missed pass from Firth. Hill goes in trying to get it. Second to it, Seneca beats him and just wraps him up right around the neck and chest area, and just an easy call for the officials. So we'll be 4-on-4 for the next minute and 41 seconds. And then Tonawanda will have a very short 19-second power play. Ball played to the near side. Logan quickly into the middle. Shot stopped by Mitten. Nathan Grennan letting it go. First real look at Grennan in this game, as that was one of his first shots. Someone that always is making an impact out there and was very noticeable last night. Might have a chance here. Over to Abrams now, down low. Quick pass behind the net. Terry couldn't tiptoe the crease and walks in. Possession goes to Grand River. Harris has the ball on the far side. Now Todd Thomas. Firth starting to drive, spins into the middle, quickly picked up by Jensen. Belter picks up the Lucy. How about that defense there from Taylor Jensen? Sliding perfectly right over to Firth. 2-on-1 now. D'Amico for Jensen. Misses wide. Good chance there for the Braves here, 4-on-4, but the shot just a bit wide from Taylor Jensen. 26 seconds remain in the Ninham penalty. Jake Bomberry having some trouble with the sun, as that is part of the home field advantage here in Tonawanda. Braves used to playing outside, looking into the sun and dealing with those shadows as well. Warriors and some of these other teams just not as used to it, as here comes Chiodo on a break. Chiodo scores! Great finish from Jason Chiodo on the break, and Tonawanda brings one back. It's a 3-2 game. And there you see the long bomb pass that connects with Jason Chiodo. No one near the former Cortland Red Dragon as he snipes that one past Imani Mitten for his first goal of the game, the second for Tonawanda, as the Braves back within one, looking to get to the end of this period either tied up or maybe rattle off a few more and take the lead. We'll have to see. I know there's some guys out there wearing white that are going to have a thing or two to say about that. And it starts right here with Ray Hill. Up top for Sam Firth. Hondice Miracle. Hill with some room, takes the shot and scores. And just like that, the Grand River Warriors have a response, and it comes from Ray Hill. Great shot there from Hill as he beats Abrams, looks like to the short side. As we'll watch it back one more time. How about the little almost interference, so to speak, from Todd Thomas? I don't know if I'd even want to call it a pick. Just kind of ran in there, ran a little distraction interference and caught the attention of the defender, allowing Hill to fire that one past Wayne Abrams and get the 2-goal lead back here for the Grand River Warriors. Jake Bomberry scores! A short side snipe for Bomberry, and the Warriors have the momentum, and they extend the lead. The product of Kaiser University, Jake Bomberry, has plenty of time and room, sees that Abrams was just a hair off his post, and puts it right past him for the 5th Warriors goal of the game. 3:22 remaining here in the first period of play. Grand River has extended the lead now up to their largest of the game. It's a 3-goal advantage for the Warriors. Marshall Paulus down low. Miracle just can't tuck that one home. Good look there for Haudenosaunee Miracle as Marshall Paulus gets the reset here, but ball will go off of the stick of Miracle and out of play, resulting in the turnover. Bit of a slow start in this one for Tonawanda offensively. Only 2 goals to this point. Still some time left in the period for them to change that, but still so difficult here as Imani Mitten has been locked in. Let's see if they can change it here. Pass for Abrams doesn't connect. No intent on going to get the ball, so possession will go to Grand River on the shot clock violation. Owen Martin will bring it up the floor. Martin picked up now. His pass is taken away. Hill looking to go on a run. One hand on his stick. Now Hill into the middle. Logan has Seneca in the middle providing a screen. Couldn't use it. Now Hill takes the shot. Stopped by Mitten. How about the play of Imani Mitten so far in this first period, holding Tonawanda to just 2. That's an offense that put up 23 last night, and he has kept them to just 2 so far. Mitten has had a good game to this point for Grand River. Let's see if the Warriors can build on that offensively here. Ray Hill, he's got one in this one. His shot blocked in front. Loose ball picked up. Shot on. Stopped by Abrams. Cole Paulus with a golden opportunity to get his 2nd of the game, but Wayne Abrams says no. Here's Waylon Abrams. Gonna run to the corner while being watched by Ryan Johnson. Ball down low. Quick shot on, just high over the net. Coming from Grennan, pushing the back. Will keep possession with Tonawanda, as Gates Abrams will have it up top. Now Nate Sinez down low. Sinez flips it into the middle. Terry steps in. Low shot there. Stopped by Mitten. Loose ball picked up. Stu Martin going on a run here. Martin will slow things down now as we are under a minute to play. Shots pretty even. 14-13 in favor of Grand River, as we're going to get a penalty here coming from behind the play, as Nate Sinez and Colby Martin will head to the sin bin.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
Devin Jonathan, Sco Braves, get your goals on. That's what they're looking to do right now through the last 53 seconds, as the penalties are 2 minutes for roughing for Sinez and Martin, as that shot goes off the post, as now here's Dolak pressed up against the near boards. Ball pops out of the stick of Dolak, picks it back up into the middle. Jensen stopped by Mitten. Big saves made here by Amani Mitten to keep the Braves at 2 throughout this first period of play, as this is exactly the kind of first period Grand River was looking for. Waylon Abrams tosses it back, and too many men on the floor for Tonawanda, as that's now twice that has been called here in the first period of play. So 2 big unforced turnovers for the Braves. Pass in the middle. Miracle picks it up and scores. Sam Firth was originally looking for Owen Martin. Ball made it to Haudenosaunee Miracle instead, and Miracle made no mistake as he picks up his second of the game. And there you see Wayne Abrams went down trying to get the ball, anticipating it, but ball takes a bounce, ends up with Miracle with 3.1 seconds to go. How about this first period of play from the Grand River Warriors? Come out and take it to the Tonawanda Braves after they got lit up last night, 23-6. Grand River says that's not happening again. At the end of 1, the score, the Grand River Warriors 6, the Tonawanda Braves 2. And that's a big period here for the Warriors, and one that they will look to continue to build off of. The final shots at the end of the period, 16-14 in favor of Grand River. Taking a look at the chat here quickly, we got 178 of you all tuning in. Thank you all so very much for watching and for your support. While you guys are all tuned in here, we'll give you a quick look at the Can-Am playoff bracket as it stands currently. On the left side of the bracket is our series right here, the number 1 seeded Tonawanda Braves and the number 4 seeded Grand River Warriors. The Braves hold a 1-0 lead in this series. Grand River looking to tie things up at 1, though. On the other side of the bracket, the Allegheny Arrows took game number 2 from the Newtown Golden Eagles to tie up that series at 1 game apiece as well. Still lots of time left here in this one, but it was a great start for the Grand River Warriors as they lead at the end of 1, 6-2. Trevor Butts on the floor with the Grand River Warriors starting goaltender Imani Mitten. And Imani, that was one impressive first period from you. Only 2 goals allowed, against a very potent offense. What did you see back there in between the pipes that allowed you to, keep that many shots out?
I don't know. I'm not too sure. Like I just been playing this for a long time, so just kind of getting used to it. Just track the ball, Who cares who they got? It's just a game, same game every time, right? So.
You mentioned the experience you have. What has this experience been like for you being with the Grand River Warriors, only in their second year as a team, in the playoffs now, getting to play these big games? Just what's that been like for you?
It's been pretty good. This team is a lot of family guys, It's like I play with my brother. A lot of my cousins are on the team, so it's kind of been different because I was out in BC last year, so, it's a little bit better to be back home and be with family now, right? So, yeah, it's been a good one.
Always great to be back home, close to family. And what does this team that's like a family have to do to make sure they get the win tonight and tie this series up?
We just got to keep doing what we've been doing, And, last game was pretty tough, but we were missing a few guys and everything, so we just got to keep rolling with what we got, So, yeah.
The Warriors are rolling right now, courtesy of this man, Imani Mitten. They lead 6-2 at the end of 1.
Huh?
Did it say intermission?
Back here on Blue Squatch Productions as we are underway here in the second period of play between the Tonawanda Braves and the Grand River Warriors. First period was controlled by the Warriors, outshot Tonawanda 16-14, and they outscored them as well 6-2. The lead for Grand River as it stands currently. We are 4-on-4 for the moment as this loose ball in the crease. Marshall Paulus taking a stab at it, but unable to get to it. Is that nearly a disaster for Tonawanda right off the bat here in the second period of play? Shot there goes wide of the net off the chain link fence as here comes Grand River. Looking to spring a break. Sam Firth going to run out of numbers quickly as Tonawanda does a good job tracking back. Looking over at the chat, bro, OJL starts now. Wish I could watch both. Got to find a way to split screen it as Sam Firth snipes it on the 19th Warriors shot of the game. Grand River extends the lead. And now it looks like we'll get a goaltending change for Tonawanda. Something that I think was about ready to happen. It's just not Wayne Abrams' night. Trying to do what he could for Jake Lazor, as Lazor was in net last night, faced a plethora of shots from the Warriors. So just trying to get him some length. So Lazor's not too taxed through back-to-back starts, but going to have to come in relief here as Grand River's starting to widen the gap here. Lead is up to 5 for the Warriors. Grand River looking to get their second road win of the season. Their lone win away from the Brantford Civic Center back on May the 24th up in Onondaga. They beat the Red Hawks 13-8. Every other win for the Warriors, either at home or a forfeit win, so the only win away from home. Looking to change that here. Belter with a low rip there. Kept out by Mitten. Belter typically goes for the power shots. That time he went for placement. Nearly got it past Mitten. But Imani Mitten makes a good save. Now Avery Steinbeck-Parker back the other way for Tonawanda. Missed Avery last night, but back in the lineup here tonight as he'll bounce it over to Gates Abrams. Sinez. Hill flips it into the corner. Grennan takes a low shot there, stopped by Mitten. Reset here for Tonawanda. Loose ball goes to Steinbeck-Parker. Grennan has some room and scores! Off the post and in for Nathan Grennan as he gets the third Braves goal of the game and brings Tonawanda within 4. Not hard to see why that Nathan Grennan is on the Toronto Rock and has spent time with the Ottawa Black Bears as well. The former first-round draft pick from Panther City back in 2021, 11th overall was Nathan Grennan. Not at all hard to see why, as Zach Terry with it currently. Logan onto the far side of the floor here for Tonawanda. Braves looking to get the momentum back in their favor as Sinez is stopped by Mitten. Paulus going 2-on-2 with Martin running with him, but Tonawanda gets back quickly and slows that transition threat. Sam Firth with it on the far side. Takes a slash from Ian Dolak. Todd Thomas, Miracle, looking for a pass down low, deflected. Todd Thomas once again trying to hit Firth now. Misfires on the pass. Logan gonna leg it up the floor here for Tonawanda. Skip pass. Hill. Shot on. Stopped by Mitten. Owen Hill nearly picking that top left corner, but Imani Mitten with a right arm save. Longboat. Leaves it for Sam Firth. Firth working on Belter. Belter forces him into the corner. Now they switch. Onto the near side. Hill matched up against Homer. Hill loses control. What a great stick check there from Mason Homer. Ball pops out to Paulus. Takes the shot blocked in front. Cam Seneca wore that one. Not the first time that's happened today. As the shot clock does run out on Grand River, possession will go to Tonawanda. Terry goes to the near side. Abrams down low. Grennan scores! Nathan Grennan from Gates and Waylon Abrams, and Tonawanda has their fourth. 2 in a row here for Nathan Grennan, the superstar, starting to step up here for Tonawanda in this game. We'll give you another look at it. And there you see Waylon fighting off 2 defenders, goes to Gates. Grennan with a good matchup down low, takes full advantage and scores for his second goal of the game, the 4th Tonawanda Braves goal of this contest. As Tonawanda already has matched their goal output from the first period here as Abrams stopped, and we're not even 5 minutes into this second period yet. Mitten looking for an outlet, bounces it short, and picked up by Stu Martin. Martin can't get it over in time. 8-second call. Haudenosaunee Miracle forced to drop it. Owen Hill picks the ball back up, and we'll start the attack here for Tonawanda. Hill has some room, goes to the far side. Steinbeck Parker with a shot, stopped by Mitten. Got to talk with Amani Mitten, and he is dialed in. Someone that is laser focused and a younger guy, but an experienced young guy, and those players are just a luxury to have on your squad. As Todd Thomas looks to go to work and get some goals back for his good young goalie in Amani Mitten. Shot goes wide of the net there from Firth, and it will be a shot clock violation. Mitten had an extensive career with the Six Nations Rebels in the Junior B level down in the OJBLL, excuse me, as did some big things with the Rebels, now up with the senior team at the Senior B level, leading his team on a playoff run as he looks to try and get the first road victory of the season for anybody at Logan Field. Tonawanda, a perfect 9-0 at home this year. Waylon Abrams leaves it for Grennan in the corner, but a penalty will be coming up here off ball as Gates Abrams will head to the penalty box. Apologies, don't have the clip as it was after the behind the play, excuse me. So Abrams will sit and Grand River will get back out on the power play. Have them as 1 for 2 on the day. Looking down at the chat. Sharon Weiss cheering on Steve and Danny. 38 Vane, Heat Up Warriors, Mr. Winning as well, cheering on the Warriors. As lots of support for Grand River in the chat tonight. Of course, tons of support for Tonawanda as well. If you're supporting anyone in particular, be sure to put that in the chat. If you're watching from anywhere in particular, drop that in there as well. Always love seeing all the cool locations that people are tuning in from, watching to support Tonawanda, Grand River, or just to enjoy some great lacrosse action here at Logan Field, as Tonawanda looking to try and kill some time here with one of their top offensive threats, Gates Abrams, in the penalty box. Homer goes cross floor with the pass. Zach Belter has it in the middle. Low rip from Belter goes off the boards into the wilderness and out of play. The kids will race after that one, trying to find it. Good luck. Maybe he's got it. I don't know. Raking at something there. Either way, ball out of play and possession to Grand River. Marshall Paulus. Now Todd Thomas back up for Paulus. First down low, shot on, stopped by Lazor. It was Miracle letting it go. Thomas up top. Back look, down low, Damoni Thomas scores. A quick stick there from Damoni Thomas. Gets the Warriors back on the board as they cash in on the power play. And here we'll get another look at the quick stick goal for Damoni Thomas, just tucking that one home before Lazor can get back over to the post. And it will still be 5-on-4. My apologies for not mentioning this sooner. It was a 4-minute penalty to Gates Abrams, as I believe he got hit with a 4-minute, 2 minutes for roughing, and then he got teed up on the way over, 2 for unsportsmanlike as well. So Grand River will remain on the power play. Every penalty oh so big in this game, especially when it's one of your best players off the floor. And Grand River cashing in right now. The Warriors were embarrassed last night. No longer Grand River up by 5. 9-4 the lead now, is there you'll see that one just tucked home by Haudenosaunee Miracle, his 3rd of the game. That's a hat trick for Miracle. And you could tell Grand River came into this game with a sour taste in their mouths. They didn't like getting blown out last night, 23-6. And a lot of people after that were probably thinking that this was going to be an easy 1-2-3 sweep for Tonawanda. Well, that's not going to be the case, I don't think. Grand River is coming back strong and putting up a tough fight here as they lead by 5. 9-4 the score. Tonawanda could have a chance. Logan with a shot, stopped by Mitten. Good chance there for Tonawanda, but Imani Mitten once again comes up big and keeps Tonawanda at bay. Todd Thomas takes a low shot there, stopped by Lazor. Thomas trying to go high to low there to fool Lazor, but Jake read it the whole way. Kelvin Jonathan sends it forward. Now Zach Terry able to keep control. Terry gets to the net and scores. What a play from Zach Terry. Never giving up on the play, even when the ball popped out of his stick. Always sticks with it, and he's got his 1st of the game. Second, for Terry in this one, as he looks to continue his top production. The former player at Limestone and Queens of North Carolina, played in over 57 career games for Limestone, 224 goals with 253 total points for Terry over at Limestone. Now Grand River looking to come back. That'll be a moving pick from Paulus, giving possession to Tonawanda, looking to break forward. Here's Belter, 2-on-1. Belter running with Dolak, bounces it up and out of play. And this might be the most shots I think I've ever seen Zach Belter take in a game, as he's got to be up to 4 or 5 on his own here. Usually a stay-at-home defenseman having the chance to get up into the play and get some goal-scoring opportunities, but just yet to cash in. Jensen forces the turnover. Passes it forward now. Cam Seneca gonna flip it over to Gates Abrams. Abrams looking to get off the schneid here in this one. Onto the near side of the floor. Stepping into the middle. Grennan back to the far side. Sinez takes the shot, stopped by Mitten. Tripped up, going to get the Lucy, but stepped in the crease while doing so. Tough play there for Sinez, and an unlucky break. But possession will go to Grand River because of it. Under 10 to go here in the second period of play. The shots almost even, 26-25 in favor of Grand River, as the Warriors have been shooting at a great clip so far here in this one. Haudenosaunee Miracle partly responsible for that, as his shot this time blocked in front. Now D'Amico not going to push the play. Will instead wait for some reinforcements coming off the bench. Waylon Abrams. Steinbeck Parker. Low rip there, wide of the net. Terry gets the rebound. Far side. Trying to get in there. Sinez flips it over in the direction of Hill. Can't hang on to it. Picks it back up though. Runs out of time. And we'll leave it in the corner. Owen Martin being roughed up here by Jensen. Jensen trying to play a little soccer and knock it forward and trigger an 8-second call, but Grand River gets it over just in time. And now too many men will get called, and the Warriors will turn it over anyways. That time an unforced error for Grand River that will give the ball back to Tonawanda. Grennan gets a pick, but not any room. Passes it off, knocked to the floor. Uses his muscle there to body his opponent and get that ball back. Great work by Grennan, and it leads to a goal. Zach Terry with a snipe brings Tonawanda back within 3. And there you see the aftermath of that great work by Nathan Grennan. Often undersized, sticks with the play, uses the size he does have and that low center of gravity to his advantage, boxes out his opponent, gets the loosey, flips it to Terry, who rips it with his back foot darn near on the restraining line to give Tonawanda their 6th goal of the game. Chance going back that way, stopped here by Mitten. Loose ball in front, shot goes wide of the net from Homer. Pass over for Abrams, who is hammered on the crease. Whistle will go and possession awarded to Tonawanda. Goal scoring in this one for the Braves. 3 for Zach Terry, 2 for Nathan Grennan, and 1 for Jason Chiodo, as Nate Sinez denied there by Imani Mitten. Owen Martin, 2-on-2 here, not going to force things. And we'll toss it over to Sam Firth coming off the bench. Firth calmly plays it over to Todd Thomas. Shot on here, stopped by Lazor. Jake Lazor starting to settle into this game nicely for Tonawanda. Always tough for these goaltenders coming in relief of a starter and coming in cold off the bench. Now Terry with that shot, blocked in front. And when I've talked with other goalies just in my time, that is something that seems to be almost universal among goaltenders, is that it is just so difficult to come into a game cold off the bench. As now we're getting some rough stuff going on down low, as Waylon Abrams in a heated match here with Colby Martin, as Waylon giving him a little bit of a face wash there. Martin doesn't appreciate it, but they will both head and sit down and think about what they've done. Taking a look back at the chat. Mr. Winning agreeing with Gary, loving these outdoor rinks. Crafty Beach watching from the I-90 thruway. Nancy Larmit saying 8 people watching Stevens here. Christina Sudeth saying let's go Braves, watching from Buffalo. And Mr. Winning, of course, we appreciate your support. As some commotion going on off the floor.
He said Grand River, Tuscarora.
As the commotion going on off the floor, our announcer just saying Grand River and Tuscarora mistakenly, as believe me, those mistakes happen to the best of us. But the Tonawanda bench gonna let him know he made it as the Warriors draw the penalty here. Both of those penalties for Abrams and Martin were 4-minute calls. I believe roughing was the final decision, and now this one going to be a holding call coming up against Kelvin Jonathan. Rodney Red Eye in the chat cheering on the Arrows. I don't know if they're playing tonight, huh, Rod? Shot there coming from the Warriors. Damoni Thomas going right off the post. Will give a reset here with just over 6 minutes remaining in the second period. Firth flips it back to the near side. Thomas going behind the back, misses wide. Loose ball snagged. Homer takes a stick up high, loses control. Firth knocks it free. Paulus picks it up, misses on the shot. Possession now back for Tonawanda as they're able to get it up over halfway with no issues here as Jensen's shot stopped by Imani Mitten. Jensen going 1-on-2 there, decided he liked what he was seeing enough to take the shot. As Grand River now back into the attacking zone, trying to get a 4-goal lead back. It is 3 at the moment. Todd Thomas all alone, stopped by Lazor. Excellent chance there for Thomas and the Warriors, but Jake Lazor with one of his biggest saves. This pass picked off. Here comes Zach Belter on a break. Belter all alone, scores! Fire him up, Zach Belter on the 29th shot of the game for Tonawanda. Scores shorthanded and brings the Braves within 2. And there you see a look at Zach Belter tucking that one home, just getting it over Imani Mitten. Here you'll get the extended look. Belter throwing in, fakes right, fakes left, drops it back to the right. What an excellent move there from Zach Belter. Hypes up the crowd after, and the shorty will spur on Tonawanda here. The Braves only down by 2. D'Amico now going on a bit of a run here, killing some time. Good work by Anthony D'Amico, under no sort of pressure at the moment. As Owen Hill up there with him, we know both these guys can score some shorties. Of course, Tonawanda loves them. Zach Belter just notched one as a stick up high there coming from Vern Hill. Crowd wanted a call, didn't get one. Just a shot clock violation as the penalty to Jonathan has expired, and we're back to 4-on-4 action. Waylon Abrams and Colby Martin still remain in the penalty box for another minute, 20 seconds. Off the stick of Kelvin Jonathan and out of play, gives Grand River an extra possession. Nothing that Kelvin could do there. Just luck not on his side on that occasion. Heavy pick there from Marshall Paulus, creates some space. Down low, shot from Hill, and he scores! The Tonawanda faithful were thinking that was an illegal pick from Paulus on Belter. Didn't get the call they were looking for, and it leads to a goal. There you see a look at it. You be the judge at home. Marshall Paulus makes the nice move, gets it over to Hill, who's able to tuck that one home. Legal or not, you tell me, as I think that's just about as good as it gets. Marshall Paulus has had a relatively quiet series so far, but gets an assist here on the goal for Ray Hill as Becker rips one off the crossbar. Second of the game for Hill. Shot back the other way is stopped by Lazor. 10-7. The score now here at Logan Field as Grand River leads by 3 with just over 3 remaining in the second. Ball tossed over to the near side. Picking up off the boards is Owen Hill. Flips for Grennan, who's denied by Mitten. What a game this has been for Amani Mitten so far, as both Martin and Abrams are released from the penalty box. Back to 5-on-5 action as the lights on here at Logan Field. Shot there from Thomas, kept out by Lazor. Long bomb pass here will bounce up and stay in play. Seneca gonna chase after it. Vern Hill will beat him to it though. Good work from Vern to make sure his Warriors get possession. Dawit Martin, the former Niagara Wheatfield Falcon. Dawit Martin will hit Sam Firth off the bench. Damoni Thomas, he's got one in this game. Thomas has some room, low shot there. Stopped by Lazor. Right pad save by Jake Lazor as heavy hit delivered there. Anthony D'Amico unsuspecting on that one. He's a little slow getting up after that one, as we hope he is all right. This just a heavy blindsiding hit there, but possession will remain here with the Tonawanda Braves. Hill stepping into the middle, closed down quickly. Owen Martin doing a good job. Hill takes some shot, blocked in front. Loose ball picked up. Ryan Johnson has some numbers. Man off the bench in Hill. Hits him. Hill just wide of the net. Shouts of too many coming from the Tonawanda bench, and they were correct. Too many men out on the floor for Grand River. Now possession back to the Braves as they trail by 3 with 1:15 remaining here in this third period of play. 36-31 the shots in favor of Grand River. Sinez looking for him to heat up in this one. Finds Grennan. Takes the shot, stopped by Mitten. Long pass here finds Sam Firth on the far side of the floor. Firth slowing things down now. Bounces it over to Thomas. Todd Thomas with a nice move. Gets past Dolak. Quickly picked up though. Pass into the middle. Picked up now by Firth. Firth gets a screen from Paulus and has that ball pop out of his stick. Goes past the stands into the parking lot here at Logan Field. Now Zach Belter looking to leg it up the floor. 29 seconds remaining here in this second period of play. Belter takes a slash on the arm as timeout is called by Tonawanda with 23.3 seconds remaining in the period. During this break in the action, want to make sure we thank our great sponsors. Grandma's Approved. Be sure to check them out down at 2133 Lake Road in Seneca Falls, New York. And of course, thank you to Flying High Cannabis Club as well. Be sure to check them out and their great selection of Headshot Labs, which you can see over on the right side of your screen there. Be sure to check out both of those great sponsors if you are 21 and over and in the area. Taking a look back at the chat. Brody Thomas wondering how many gallons of bug spray gets used in this game. I don't know. I'd bet the over, though. Tusky Lacrosse in the chat. Where'd Belty get those hands from? Maybe he learned them from you guys. Zach Belter, of course, the former Tuscarora Tomahawk, was with Tuscarora for their championship season a few years ago. Of course, a Can-Am champion and a two-time NLL champion is Zach Belter as Tonawanda has the net empty, looking for the last shot of this period. Trying to come within 2. Waylon Abrams. Hill finds Gates Abrams. Pass down low, deflected. Picked back up by Gates. Can't find Terry as the Braves run out of time. A great end to this second period from the Grand River Warriors as they hold the lead 10-7 here at the end of 2. The shot totals after 2 periods, 36-32 in favor of Grand River. Looking back at the chat, seeing if we got anything else new in there. Any wood out there? Haven't actually spotted one yet. If I do, I'll be sure to point it out. Big saves, of course, yeah. Oneida Wolf, yes. Goalies have been stepping up. Mitten has been great. Lazor, great in relief as well. Now, one lax, here we go. Yep, it is crunch time as we'll be getting into the third. James Shute, Philippines Lacrosse in the chat as well. As Hot Rod, where'd Belter get that glass jaw from? Same place he got his 2 rings. As I think he's all right with how all that turned out. As at the end of 2 periods of play, it is a 10-7 lead for the Grand River Warriors, as we will give you a quick look here at the upcoming schedule after tonight's game. Game number 3 will be down at the Brantford Civic Center on July 25th. That'll be an 8 p.m. contest. And as things stand currently, we would need a game number 4. That would be the next night, Saturday, July 26th at 7 p.m. Also over at the Brantford Civic Center. If we need 5, it'll be right back here at Logan Field on Sunday, July 27th at 5 p.m. As we will sign off for now at the end of 2 periods of play. It is a 10-7 lead for the Grand River Warriors here on Blue Squatch Productions. Back now on Blue Squatch Productions as we have started the third period of play between the visiting number 4 seeded Grand River Warriors and the number 1 seeded Tonawanda Braves. Nathan Grennan rings the iron here as Tonawanda nearly cuts it to a 2-goal game. Matter of inches, keeping this from being a 10-8 game and a 10-7 game. But Tonawanda has the ball and the possession. Let's see if they can get it back. Zach Terry, a high arching pass over to Gates Abrams will not come to fruition because of a moving pickoff ball. Owen Martin going to slow things down here and find Sam Firth off the bench. Firth. Toss it over the near side. Haudenosaunee Miracle. He's had a very good game here for the Warriors. Quick pass down low, stopped by Lazor. A quick pass from Miracle over to Steve Harris, nearly resulting in the 11th goal of the game for Grand River. But Jake Lazor makes a big save. Nate Sinez off the skip pass. Tossed in the middle. Shot on. Kept out by Mitten. I'll tell you what, Imani Mitten is playing one of the best games I've seen him play all season long. He is turning folks into believers real quick in this Grand River Warriors team, but still a long time left in this one before this series is tied up. Bomberry stopped by Lazor. Here comes Tonawanda looking to play quick. Chiodo thought about it. Now we'll pass it off to Gates Abrams. Down low, Seneca. Return feed for Abrams. Chiodo and Seneca will head to the bench as they will get a change. Now Terry finds Logan off the bench. Onto the near side. Back across. Terry with a shot right into the chest protector of Amani Mitten. Mitten outlets. Jesse Longboat has Todd Thomas to his right, and he'll flip it over to him as he heads for a change. Thomas, an excellent player on this Warriors team, someone that comes up big, as we'll have a penalty coming up against Tonawanda. Not what the Braves were looking for near the start of this third period, as we'll see if we caught a piece of it here. Shots at the moment 38-35, and apologies, did miss that one, as it'll be a too many men call defensively for Tonawanda. So that will turn into a penalty. And remember, if you're going forward and you take the too many men call, just a possession, but going defensively, if you have too many men out there, that is a 2-minute penalty, as Sam Firth makes Tonawanda pay for that on the 39th shot of the game for the Warriors. Firth picks up his hat trick, and Grand River leads 11-7. Ball here with the Tonawanda Braves, as Nathan Grennan will go on the attack. Grennan as an illegal pick set by Owen Hill that will result in the turnover. Hill quickly going to get back involved in the play, trying to get the turnover from Owen Martin. Martin does a good job to avoid the slashes coming from Owen Hill and get the ball to safe territory. Now in the stick of Marshall Paulus. Paulus looks for an option, has a man in the middle, connects with Harris. Somehow keeps control there to Steve Harris, and now he'll wrap up Kelvin Jonathan and draw a holding penalty as Tonawanda looks to break forward. Zach Belter with it, takes the shot, stopped by Mitten. And we'll see if we have this one here for you, as it is a holding call for sure coming up against Steve Harris, no doubt about it. Wrapped up his man, and apologies, no looks, continuing to have to fight this thing every step of the way, as we have problems, but nothing new, as Tonawanda goes on the attack here on the power play, looking to try and get that latest Grand River goal back. Outside look there from Grennan, stopped by Amani Mitten. Waylon Abrams taking an extra slash and an extra cross check. Grennan trying to point out it should be a penalty. Official right there, not going to oblige, but Waylon says, I'll do it myself. How about a juice goal for Waylon Abrams? Those are the kind of plays that change games. Waylon Abrams with a momentum swinger here, as Tonawanda cuts the deficit to 3.
Tonawanda goal, scorer number 25, Waylon Abrams, unassisted.
Waylon Abrams and Nathan Grennan both thought an extra call should have came against Grand River right before the goal. Didn't happen. Waylon says, no problem. I'll cause the turnover and score the goal myself to bring my team within 3. Pass across floor, picked off. Great read there by Ryan Johnson. Low slash here from Waylon Abrams, delivered. Johnson wanted a call. Waylon gives him an extra cross check too. just for good measure. Hill back the other way, 1-on-2, takes the shot anyways, and is stopped by Mitten. Loose ball scooped up. Dalit Martin flips it over to the near side. Can't get it over to Todd Thomas. Instead, it's Ian Dolak with it for Tonawanda. Hill gets a pick that was close to moving from Grennan. Sinez back to Hill, takes the shot, blocked in front. I think Dalit Martin soaked that one. As Grand River breaks back the other way. Haudenosaunee Miracle alone in the middle, stopped by Lazor. Chiodo picks it up. Chase after by Miracle. Now Zach Terry with it. Just over 14 minutes remaining here in the third period of play. Waylon Abrams has the ball in his stick. Waylon gets a pick from Terry, takes the shot, just misses wide. Ball will go over and back as possession goes to Grand River. That was the first goal of the game for Waylon Abrams on the latest Tonawanda marker. Waylon, sometimes when he really heats up, he has these games where he'll get 3 or 4, maybe 5 or even 6 because he can score at will. But when he's struggling, it tends to be down to 1 or 0. But if Tonawanda can open him up and get him some opportunities here in the third, don't be shocked to see that number go up quickly. Becker back the other way, stopped by Mitten. Imani Mitten having the game of his career so far, easily the biggest and best senior game that he has played so far. Doing everything he can to ensure a win for Grand River, as now we're going to get a penalty here, as it looks like it'll be a Warrior going to sit, as Steve Harris will slowly walk over to the penalty box. It'll be a high sticking call going against Harris. And it'll be 2 minutes up on the board here, as Tonawanda back on the power play. Hill tosses it over to the near side. Logan fakes the pass, now goes over to Hill. Hill into the middle, back. Logan with the shot, just misses wide. Hill gets the rebound, takes the shot, stopped by Imani Mitten. Commotion out near midfield. Abrams trying to push his man back over. Some Grand River folks shouting for a hold. Not going to get the call, but over and back was decided, as Waylon Abrams did force his man over the halfway line. Possession to Tonawanda. Hill, outside look, stopped by Mitten. Sinez gets the rebound right on the doorstep, though. Hill, back up top. Outside look there from Grennan, goes clean out of bounds. Possession goes to the Warriors. Just over 12 to go, and 1 minute exactly remaining in the penalty to Steve Harris. The score, an 11-8 lead for Grand River. Behind the back attempt from Marshall Paulus is stopped by Jake Lazor. Lazor going out with that big Woody stick. Someone in the chat was asking about Woodies, as Lazor, the only one I've noticed at the moment, and I guess both goaltenders, as Imani Mitten rocking it as well, but don't recall seeing any runners with him yet, but maybe things will change here. Gates with it. Gates goes down low, can't connect on the pass with Grennan. Got to go into the corner to pick it up. Grennan loses control again, brought to the floor. Good defense here from Grand River's Jesse Longboat to force the shot clock violation, as this has really been a night and day difference for the Grand River Warriors from last night to this night. Were punched in the mouth, just no other way to say it, but they have responded, especially defensively here. They have held Tonawanda to just 8 and are just over 11 minutes away from picking up the first win of the season here at Logan Field for anybody other than Tonawanda. Corey Becker looking to prevent that. Finds Waylon Abrams down low, toe drag. Looking for a pass. Up top, Terry with a shot. Stopped by Mitten. Mitten outlets, no one looking his way. Ball pops up into the bench. Possession to Tonawanda. Off the unforced error coming from Grand River. Waylon Abrams, now Gates, goes down low. Quick shot on, stopped by Mitten. A lot of teams liking those quick stick looks down low. It's such a tough shot to score on, especially with all the pass going through traffic. Really low percentage, but teams love it because when it works, it is a pretty goal, that's for sure. But not happening on that play as Grand River back the other way. The Warriors looking to add to their lead. Sam Firth, he's had a good game so far. Firth with a shot, stopped by Lazor. Hat trick so far for Firth in this one. Belter, he's got a goal in this game. Belter! Stopped by Mitten. Might have landed in the crease anyways, as doesn't matter. Amani says, I'm making the save regardless. No chances taken, as Belter in the crease. Possession to Grand River. The Warriors now with Haudenosaunee Miracle up top. Jake Bomberry back from Miracle. Face dodge, gets past one, takes the shot as Lazor makes the save. And an inadvertent whistle coming from our official stops play for a moment, but now back underway. Tonawanda in possession, down by 3. Can the Braves mount the comeback, or will Grand River, after being blown out in Game 1, tie up the series here in Game 2? Owen Hill over to the near side. A Warrior down means possession goes to Grand River, as now we're starting to see some frustration come out here for Tonawanda, as we will have a goalie water break on the floor. And during this break in the action, we will give you a shot update. Tonawanda now out shooting Grand River 44-43, as we want to make sure we say thank you to our sponsors. Grandma's Approved. Be sure to check them out down at 2133 Lake Road in Seneca Falls, New York. And be sure to check out Flying Head as well, and all of their great offerings if you are in the area and 21 and over. Back underway at Logan Field, and Corey Becker has already forced a turnover. Ian Dolak scoops up the loose ball, and that's just one of the things that I think Corey Becker does oh so well. He's somebody that can score goals with the best of them, but his defense is top-notch, always knows where the sticks are. Here he is. What did I just say? Corey Becker can score with the best of them, as he snipes that one and brings Tonawanda within 2. And as I forget, no replays here, so won't get another look at that rip from Corey Becker. My apologies, as Tonawanda now within 2. Becker, the former Halifax Thunderbird, did that in his NLL career one time, got 1 career NLL goal along with 16 career loose balls for the T-Birds back in the day. Has had an excellent Can-Am career, and I'm sure it will only continue to get better for Becker in the years to come. Steinbeck Parker looking to get his first of the game. Over to the far side. Grennan fakes. Back to Steinbeck Parker. Posts up. Shot from coming. They score! What a feed from Avery Steinbeck Parker. Picture perfect. Quick stick from Nathan Grennan, and all of a sudden it's a 1-goal game. Avery Steinbeck Parker at one point in time was with the Arena Lacrosse League Six Nations Snipers. Well, he didn't snipe a goal, but he sniped a pass there. A beautiful feed from Avery Steinbeck Parker over to Nathan Grennan to give Tonawanda their 10th goal of the game and bring them within one. Chaos down low as both benches screaming for calls. Eventually one is made, and Tonawanda says they don't care. They'll take the ball right back off the turnover. All the momentum now in favor of the Braves. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Gates Abrams has it in the middle, takes the shot, stopped by Mitten. Big save there for Amani Mitten. Two defenders into the corner. Numbers here for Tonawanda. Hill with a shot, stopped by Mitten. Two big saves on that possession for Amani Mitten. Remember that if Grand River hangs on to this one. Miracle down low, could be a chance. Martin, stopped by Lazor. Make sure you remember that save as well from Jake Lazor if Tonawanda can find a way to come back in this game. Hill tossing it over to Waylon Abrams. Hondice Miracle back on defense for Grand River, so they do have a forward back. Let's see if Tonawanda can take advantage. Grennan on his offside, looking for a pass. Doesn't have anything he likes just yet. Finds Hill on the other side now. Hill takes a rip, but misses wide. Loose ball will not be picked up by anyone as it is a shot clock violation. 6:40 remaining in this one. 11-10 the score in favor of the Grand River Warriors. Grand River had 10 at the end of 2, so they've been held to just 1 so far, and I think they might need a few more in this period if they want to make sure they come away with the win. Todd Thomas looking to feed down low, pass is blocked. Seneca picks it up. Here comes Belter. We know he's not afraid to shoot, as he's not going to on this occasion. He'll say, I'm going to go to the O guys and find Zach Terry. Terry. Grennan. Back for Terry. Steps in. Slips a little bit. Gets back in the middle. Off balance. What a save by Mitten. Imani Mitten kept that ball out. It looked like it was destined for the bottom right corner. But Imani Mitten having the game of his career tonight, looking to do everything he can to get the Warriors to the finish line. Bomberry has Hill, gets a pick, misses on the shot. Loose ball, only 3 on the shot clock, so the Warriors will just leave it as Becker will pick it up. Here comes Becker. Mason Homer tosses it down. Becker, low rip there, blocked in front. Loose ball will not be picked up by Owen Hill as he waited for that. Now he's going to get another opportunity, and he makes the most of it. Initial mistake from Hill, but he is able to recover. No reset here for Tonawanda, so the shot clock down low. Abrams misses wide. Stu Martin takes a push there from Waylon Abrams. No whistle coming yet, as now tempers starting to flare between the benches as Waylon Abrams will sit down. As some Grand River folks might have thought Waylon committed more than just one penalty in that whole sequence, but one is called, and that's all they need. And as he will sit for 2 or less with 4:40 now remaining in the third period. Sam Firth. And now it looks like an unsportsmanlike call coming up against Waylon Abrams, and Tonawanda shooting themselves in the foot here a little bit late in the game. And now 3:50 on the penalty clock for Waylon Abrams. Tonawanda down by 1. Going to be shorthanded for most of the time remaining. Not a recipe for success, but let's see what happens. Sam Firth. Paulus, far side. Quick shot down low. Lazor keeps it out. My goodness, Jake Lazor now playing hero for Tonawanda. The Braves might need a shorty here because there's 3:20 still left in the power play for Grand River. And one of Tonawanda's best offensive options in Waylon Abrams is off the floor. Getting to the front of net there, Grennan misses wide. Sinez gets the rebound though. No options to pass to as Nathan Grennan is getting hammered on here by Lennox Mitten. And now Mitten will take a costly penalty late. Both teams trading bad penalties late in the game. And now we'll be 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. It'll be interference, the call on the Grand River Warriors assistant captain Lennox Mitten, as both teams trading some costly penalties here late, but Tonawanda's a bit more so, as it's even longer, as now an off-ball call will give possession to Grand River. Lots of just unforced errors here in this one coming from both teams, but seems like in this one, whoever makes the biggest one, or just maybe the last one, will be the team that loses the game. As this one, a good defensive play. Belter forces the turnover, knocks it down. Long feed here, connects with Chiodo. We know he can score on a break. Chiodo scores! Jason Chiodo shows off the weight room ability, runs right through him, and brings Tonawanda level. 50-45 shots here in this one. Chiodo bags his second as the Braves have tied it up at 11. What a play there from Jason Chiodo. Just lowers the shoulder and runs right through his defender to tie this game up. Gates looking to take the lead. Stopped by Mitten. Now Gates Abrams getting tied up with a man. Turnover forced here. Zach Terry going to pick it up. Extra possession for Tonawanda. This reminded me of Terry getting ready to shoot, reminding me of a football game where if you just, whichever team has the last possession is going to be the team that wins. That might be the case here tonight. Shot down low, stopped by Mitten. Whichever team gets the last shot on net might be the team that walks away with the victory. 2:15 to go. Bounce pass over to the far side. Owen Hill gets a pick from Zach Terry. Hill thought about the shot, passes it off. Sinez in the middle. Far side shot from Terry just misses. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hill picks it up, takes the shot, stopped by Mitten. Difficult shot there as Terry will take a costly penalty here as he'll get unsportsmanlike delay of game. And man, oh man, both of these teams not making the best late game decisions, and I think both coaching staffs would agree with it and want to clean these things up. If either of these teams want to win a championship, you can't take this many penalties late, and it'll be a 4-minute penalty against Zach Terry, and the boneheaded plays continue here as just cannot have it. Absolutely cannot have it from either side, and I would not be very happy if I was the coaching staffs for either team here late in this one, as teams could be giving this game away, and you cannot do that if you want to get a ring at the end of the season. Long pass from Jensen goes nowhere except the length of the floor as the Warriors will pick it up. 5-on-3 for 36 seconds here for Grand River. golden opportunity for the Warriors to take the lead before the end of regulation. Hill, Firth, looking for a shot. Back over for Hill, dropped. Loose ball, picked up. Here comes Jensen. We know he can break forward. Jensen in transition, has a chance. Swim move, gets the shot off, misses wide. Lucy, who's going to come away with it? It's the Warriors. 8 seconds remain in the Abrams penalty. So about to be 5-on-4. Here's Marshall Paulus, 3-on-1. Warriors stopped by Lazor. Miracle denied on the doorstep by Jake Lazor. Waylon Abrams out of the box. 2:45 remains in the Terry penalty, 34 in the game. Ball in the corner. Sam Firth with it, down low. Paulus, cross floor, can't connect on the pass. Harris can't get the Lucy either. Here comes Cam Seneca. Seneca going on a run. Has 2 men on him, and we hear the calls of timeout coming from the Tonawanda bench. The Braves might just get a chance here to get the last shot with 17.1 remaining. Shots at the moment 53-47 in favor of Tonawanda. They are shorthanded for the next 2 minutes and 25 seconds as Zach Terry will stand in the penalty box and have to watch and hope his teammates can get the winner here. What a game we have been treated to here tonight. It's a big one. We got a great crowd in attendance. We got a great crowd watching. Over 300 of you all tuning in. Thank you all so very much for the support. As we look at the chat here, lots of support for both sides. Sharon Weiss hoping the Warriors can hang on, maybe force a turnover here and get the last shot for themselves. Mr. Winning saying Tonawanda's got some big boys. Yeah, they do. Crafty Beach, let's go. Let's go indeed. Lazor is in the net, so 5-on-4 in favor of Grand River. Tonawanda looking to get a game winner here shorthanded. Who's going to take it? Gates Abrams over to Owen Hill. Hill fighting off defenders, trying to get the shot off. Gets on target, but denied by Mitten as it was let go by Nathan Grennan. And for the first time this season, we will be headed to overtime. 11-11, the score here at the end of 3 periods of play. As we will just go over here the procedure here for overtime. It is 1 full 10-minute period. It is no golden goal. So it will be, you got to play to the end of the period. Then I believe after the first, if it is still tied, it goes to golden goal. What I do know for sure is at the end of 3, we are all tied up at 11, as we will give you a look at the Can-Am playoff bracket as it stands. Our series here on the left side of your screen, the number 1 seeded Tonawanda Braves leading the number 4 seeded Grand River Warriors 1-0. Tonawanda with a win tonight takes the 2-0 stranglehold. If Grand River can clutch up and win in overtime, they will tie the series up at 1 as we head back to Brantford, Ontario. On the other side of the bracket, the Newtown Golden Eagles took game 1 on the road. Allegheny responded at home with a win of their own to tie their series up at 1 game apiece. Looking back at the chat, Hot Rod, about time it's a playoff game. I know, right? We've went quite a few games without OT, but we got one here tonight. Nothing beats Can-Am playoff lacrosse. Absolutely right, as these are some of the most entertaining games you'll ever see. And we do have it confirmed, a 10-minute break here, and then the full 10-minute period. Whatever the score is after that is the result, unless it is tied up then they will continue on. Before we do step aside, just want to make sure we say thank you to our sponsors, Grandma's Approved and Flying Head. Be sure to check them out. And, of course, we want to make sure we send a special shout out over to the Darien Black Sheep Squadron as well. Thank you to them for their support. At the end of 3 periods, we're all knotted up at 11 here on Blue Squatch Productions. Back now on Blue Squatch Productions as we begin overtime here as Tonawanda tied up the Grand River Warriors at 11 goals apiece to end regulation. And for those that are not familiar, overtime in the Can-Am is one full 10-minute period. One full 10-minute period. It is not golden goal or sudden victory. So you have to play the full 10 minutes. So we got 10 minutes of bonus lacrosse here for all of you fine folks watching at home, as this one has been a treat since the start, and we're going to be treated to a little extra here tonight. Sam Firth goes down low. Up for Marshall Paulus, who bounces that shot wide. Remember, Tonawanda still shorthanded for the next minute and 40 seconds because of the double minor penalty taken by Zach Terry late in regulation. Grennan started backing down his man, now goes into safe territory as he'll bounce it over cross floor. Sinez gets a pick from Grennan, looking to find him back off it potentially, decides against it until now. Grennan, low rip there, doesn't make it to the net. As benches starting to jaw between each other, Nathan Grennan, some lovely words over to the Grand River bench, as I'm sure they're setting up a dinner date for after this one's over. Quick shot on there, stopped by Lazor. Todd Thomas letting the shot go. Jensen goes right up the gut here. Passes it down low. Waylon Abrams looking to kill some time here. One of the best offensive threats on this Braves team sitting watching right now. And Terry Gates on the shot. Stopped by Imani Mitten. If Tonawanda can kill off all of these late penalties and end up winning this ball game, that will say an awful lot about the grit and fortitude of this team. What a save by Lazor as he stops Sam Firth right on the doorstep. 8-second call as Tonawanda not able to get the ball over half in time. Possession to Grand River. Owen Martin, Bomberry floats it into the corner. Firth takes a shot and he scores. A perfect rip right off the post. The 50th shot of the game for the Warriors gives them a 12-11 lead. Fourth goal of the night for Sam Firth, as the stars in this game for Grand River have come up big. 4 goals for Firth, 3 for Miracle in this one, and then some 1 or 2 goals for the rest of the lineup, but 2 of their big stars, Haudenosaunee Miracle and Sam Firth, each stepping up and coming up with big goals. None bigger yet than that one from Sam Firth. Quick pass down low, looking for a quick stick shot with Terry. Can't get it off in time. Long pass here. Dolak trying to take it away. Does a good job of defending his man and allowing Waylon Abrams to pick it up. Long pass from Waylon Abrams connects, as he'll get it right back. Onto the far side, Owen Hill. Waylon Abrams stopped by Mitten. Great feed there from Hill to Abrams, but Imani Mitten coming up with a big save. A back in called here gives possession right back to the Braves. Terry has Steinbeck Parker. Steinbeck Parker looking to feed Sinez off the pick, can't do so just yet. Steinbeck Parker still with it. Far side, Grennan ready to shoot. Gets a pick now from Abrams. Comes around it, Hill rather. Sinez with it. Sinez still waiting for the shot. Into the middle, can't connect with Waylon Abrams. Good Owen Hill. It's a shot clock violation here with 6:27 remaining in overtime. Up top here, Sam Firth. Defended by Belter, gonna bounce it over to Ray Hill on the far side. Hill gets a screen from Thomas, now is picked up by Belter. And Hill, not aware of the shot clock, runs out of time. And possession goes back to Tonawanda. Under 6 to go here in OT. Grand River, as it stands, would tie this series up at 1 if this overtime period ends as it stands currently. The game winner would go to Sam Firth. Gates Abrams with it. Gates sends it up top. Sinez down low. What a save by Mitten. Now Waylon Abrams a bit over aggressive as he will take another penalty here late in the game, and Tonawanda has certainly taken their fair share of costly penalties in this one. If the Braves can't get the win, no real excuse for it, as Waylon Abrams will get hit with a 2-minute interference penalty that'll send Grand River back on the power play. Miracle looking to give Grand River a 2-goal lead. How about Firth? Thomas fakes, still keeps it. Firth takes the shot, blocked in front. Here comes Tonawanda on a break. Becker looking for a chance here, sends it forward. But a call-off ball will send possession back in the direction of the Grand River Warriors. Looking at the chat, Karen Baker, what a game is right. Lots of cheers for both sides throughout the chat. Heat up Warriors and SCO Braves coming from many watching this one. Long feed forward. Will find the waiting stick of Grennan. Takes the shot. Caught a piece of the defender in front, but Imani Mitten still able to make the save. Just over a minute remaining in the Waylon Abrams penalty, as Grand River looks to find an insurance goal. Sam Firth. Todd Thomas. Down behind the net. Damoni Thomas takes the shot. Somehow kept out by Lazor. Long pass. Over the head. Looking for Chiodo. Can't get to him. Chiodo able to get into the corner, though. Now he's going to go for the Lucy. Having to battle 2-on-1. Tough odds for Chiodo, but he's going to fight hard. Chiodo fights hard, a little too aggressively for the officials' liking, pushing the call. Now Grand River's Stu Martin will bring it up the floor. Firth fakes the pass to Hill. Now Marshall Paulus. Firth. Paulus right into the gut of Lazor. Marshall Paulus still looking for goal number 1 in this series. Jensen going on a run. Jensen has Abrams off the bench. Gates Abrams denied by Mitten. And now a penalty call coming behind the play as Grand River going to take a bad penalty here late. A slash call coming up to Marshall Paulus, and one of the Warriors' best offensive players will be off the floor for 2 or less. Golden opportunity here for the Tonawanda Braves to try and tie this game up at 12 here in overtime. Power play for the Braves. Gates Abrams has it up top. Waylon Abrams, fresh off the penalty, out of the penalty box, has it. Gates with some room as Waylon takes the pass down low, can't connect with Sinez. Now Gates steps in, blocked in front. Good soak there from Owen Martin. Sinez now rips, gets on target, but deflected in the process, and Imani Mitten makes an easy save. Heavy slash delivered there, but Jesse Longboat isn't phased. Longboat bringing it forward now. Thinking about going to Bomberry, and he does. Bomberry has it take a nasty bounce off his stick in the boards and right in the direction of Kelvin Jonathan. Gates. Sinez. 1 minute exactly remaining in the power play. Hill. Logan. Back to Hill. Logan. Defender slides to him. Into the middle. Picks it up. Pass down low. Caught a helmet. Might have actually caught the helmet of Gates Abrams. And I think it did, because possession will go to Grand River. Tough break there for Tonawanda, but nothing you can do about that. 2 minutes remaining here in this one. 35 seconds left in the Marshall Paulus penalty. If Grand River can get this one to the finish line, they will head back to Brantford, Ontario, all tied up at 1. And many people thinking that Grand River can very easily take at least one at home, as they do have a big home field advantage themselves, being up north of the border. But right now, all attention is focused on game number 2 right here at Logan Field. Grand River back to full strength. Gates Abrams, low rip there, stopped by Mitten. Loose ball picked up by the Braves. They have a fresh 30. 1:12 to go. Nathan Grennan, ball in his stick. Air mails the pass as it goes out of play. An unforced turnover there for Tonawanda. Gives the ball back to the Grand River Warriors. Sam Firth looking to go to work. Shots now in this one, a margin of 10, 62-52 between these two teams. Under a minute to go. Jake Bomberry looking to kill some time here for Grand River. Harris, Paulus, the Warriors in no hurry, although an insurance goal would be helpful. Not going to get a good look at goal here. Paulus will ice it into the corner. Tonawanda has 36 seconds to work with here. Jake Lazor heading to the bench, so the extra attacker will be out as Gates Abrams nearly goes over and back. Able to avoid that one. Whalen has control, passes it over. Gates, extra attacker finally out there now for Tonawanda as the shot goes wide. Mitten looking to go for goal here. Shot will trickle wide, but whistles were blown first, and it will be a timeout called by Imani Mitten and the Grand River Warriors coaching staff. That is a very good heads-up timeout call late in this ball game. You got them, you got to use them, especially in these moments. That's what they're for. Grand River looking to get the first win here at Logan Field for a visiting team. Tonawanda entered this game a perfect 9-0 here at Logan Field all season long on a 6-game win streak, winning 9 out of their last 10. Grand River looking to snap all that, but most importantly, tie the playoff series up at 1 game apiece. Ball is behind the net. Braves need to bring some pressure here. Pass will be sent down the length of the floor and bounce up out of play with 8.6 seconds remain. Tonawanda will immediately call timeout and go over a play this late in the game. What do you do here? Who's going to take the big shot, and what is that big shot going to look like? We will find out. We got over 360 of you, 367 to be exact, all watching on. Thank you all so very much for your support, and thank you for making us a part of your Sunday evening here. And during this break in the action, want to make sure we thank our lovely sponsors, Grandma's Approved down at 2133 Lake Road in Seneca Falls, New York, and Flying Head as well. Be sure to check them out if you're in the area and 21 and over. The net will be empty for Tonawanda. Their speedy transition threat, Taylor Jensen, will start with the ball. 8.6 remaining here. Jensen legging it up the floor. Here it goes. Terry with it, stopped by Mitten. Loose ball in front, covered up by the Warriors. And the Grand River Warriors will defeat the Tonawanda Braves as Zach Terry delivered a couple extra shots to Vern Hill on the ground. The Warriors taking exception to that. And for the first time this season, the Tonawanda Braves have been defeated on home floor. Grand River storms into Tonawanda and takes game number 2 by a 12-11 final here in overtime. Tempers flared at the end of last game. Still the same here. The final shot total 63-52 in favor of Tonawanda. That number close throughout the entirety of the game as these two benches continue to chat after, as it's now finally announced by our official, this game's over. That's it. And he is correct. This one is over. Here we'll give you a look at the updated Can-Am playoff bracket, and there you see both of these best-of-5 semifinal series are tied up at 1 game apiece. Tonawanda took last night's game in dominant fashion, 23-6. Tonight, a totally different story. Grand River victorious 12-11 in overtime here over the Tonawanda Braves. Much of that has to do with the play of guys like Haudenosaunee Miracle and Sam Firth. They combined for 7 goals between the two of them, over half of Grand River's production, as they help lead the Warriors to the win. On the other side, remember, Newtown took game 1 from Allegheny on the road, and the Arrows responded by taking game number 2 over at the Allegheny Community Center. Give you a look now at the remaining games here in this playoff schedule. Game 3, Friday night, July 25th, 8 p.m. up at the Brantford Civic Center. That should be an exciting one if these first 2 games were any indication. And now we do know we will for sure need a game number 4. That will be Saturday, July 26th at 7 p.m. at the Brantford Civic Center. And then if we do need a 5th game, that'll be on Sunday, July 27th at 5 p.m. here at Logan Field. So if we got to go to 5, it'll be 3 in a row for those 2 teams, as you get a look here at the beautiful sunset here at Logan Field, the remnants of it, as we will get ready to sign off. Taking a look back at the chat. Sorry, Mr. Winning. Danny was not in the game tonight. If it's Danny Weiss you're referring to, that is. He was not in the game tonight. Woo-hoo coming from Thomas Webster. Imagine he was supporting the Warriors here tonight. And Devin Bomberry as well, cheering on Grand River. Mr. Winning, happy with that result. And thank you, Charity, as well. You do a great job, of course, too, as we will now sign off here from Logan Field. Thank you all so very much for watching. We had north of 360 of you at some point. Thank you all so very much for your support. And also thanks to Grandma's Approved and Flying Head and for their sponsorship and support. Be sure to check them out. One more time, for my cameraman, Jason Pregel, I have been Trevor Butts saying so long and thank you for watching Blue Squatch Productions.